All right, so let me discuss the free will real quick, because some folks will be like, this is for the believers of God and stuff, man. And I mean, and those who don't believe, they gotta believe in some kind of higher power. But this is how God is always in control, right? Because people say like, well, I have the freedom of choice, and I mean, if I feel to hit this table here, I hit this table. Okay, it goes way more complicated than that. It's like a transmission with a whole bunch of moving parts. Okay, your body might say you're thirsty, so you might make a decision of if you're going to drink juice or you're going to drink water. Okay, but the reason why you're thirsty, like that's not you making that call. It's your body. Your body's controlled by God. Okay, or you're running a race. Okay, you're running a race to the finish line. Okay, if you might be like, well, it's my choice to pick the race. It's my choice to run at the pace I'm running at. But if in the middle of your run you experience a shin splint or some kind of ankle or some kind of injury and stuff, your pace just got slower. You didn't pick that. You didn't pick your pace anymore. You know what I mean? You might be like, okay, well, then I'm gonna quit. Well, if God wants you to finish, He'll make you finish. You by just now enter your thinking mechanism now and like, okay, the reason why you gotta finish because the last one you tried and you didn't finish up. You know what I mean? Or you making history right now. You're in front of everybody, man. Come on, you push yourself, push yourself. You know what I mean? So right there again, like you don't control your thoughts. You know what I mean? To some degree you do. You're like, okay, well, if I want to listen to soft music and stuff, I do that. All right. So once again, you listen to soft music. The music might just eventually stop, and there's no electricity like what happened in Texas. You know what I mean? So it comes back and like, yeah, we have the choice and stuff, but we always going to be influenced and so on. Or even better yet, come on, just interrupt your thoughts and stuff. And now I got some mine. I know they can make you do this. You know what I'm saying? They can pick you up and how you feel like you're walking, but like, damn, why my body feels weird like this and so on. At that point, you've been under control. You know what I mean? And I have experienced that. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time my neighbor shouted at me like, "Yo, I want you to go in the house right now because there's a woman there and stuff, man. Something's going on in your house and so on." And I could be like, "Miss Jane, you being nosy right now." You know what I mean? But she scared me. And when she said that, like, um, I was coerced to go into my house. You know what I mean? No, when I'm walking out, as soon as I hit the port, I feel like an energy and I kick my brother's toy. You know what I mean? And but just walking and stuff, I looked down and I grinned at him, you know what I mean, to kind of show peace, you know what I mean. But that grin could have been mistaken as nigga, I don't give a fuck about your toy and kick your toy and stuff and ha 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 ha, you know what I'm saying. And then when I did that now, when I walk into my house, there's an Obeah woman sitting in my house watching me with a aggressive look, you know what I mean, and I had to follow this woman. So no, the woman don't like me already. She doesn't even know me. The first time she see me, and she don't like me, and I'm supposed to follow this woman. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm missing the point. So I felt like energy took me. So that constitute being under control. Another time too, I went into a Muslim mosque to pray. You know what I mean? And I saw how everybody was in synchrony, doing this and doing that. You know what I mean? When they go down your knees to pray and they do that, I had experienced that before too. Not at that mosque, but Uh, I was somewhere 96. Like 96 was the craziest year for me, man. So I did experience that. um, a couple of body control, man. You know what I mean? And then, of course, when stuff happen like that, it's a normal, human, natural characteristics to get past it by just with time you forget stuff. You know what I mean? And sometimes, out of nowhere, memory comes back. You think that's you? So okay, out of nowhere, you just randomly chilling and stuff. working on cards and stuff, and out of nowhere, poof, something enters your mind about something from way back in the beginning of time. You think that's just you? You think you created that? I mean, that's how God is in control. You know what I mean? So if somebody's in control of your thoughts, don't you think they also in control of your body? Or you can say, well, I can control my body. Well, at times you might subconsciously not even know, but you could feel it like, oh my God, my body just moved. You know what I mean? That's God right there too. You know what I mean? You know, um, and for the kids who trying to understand it, I'd already done curse. I'm pretty sure I already cursed in this video, so I'm not gonna make this for the kids. But for my daughters and stuff who trying to understand all this stuff that they probably might be going through in the future and so on. It's like this, okay? I might be on top of the food chain, okay? And there's levels to this. Pictures like there's 5 floors, and I mean, and then there's 5 different ranks, okay? If I have assigned the person at the bottom to do something for me and so on, I have to make sure they equipped with the stuff to do it. For instance, like if the people at the bottom is like lower level angels and stuff, when they appear to you, you have to treat them like you're treating the God. Like for instance, when you're talking to a police officer, you got to treat the police officer like it's the whole entire government. You got to give that police officer the same rank, sorry, the same respect that you will give um, President Biden or Trump or Barack Obama or Clinton. And I'm saying you have to give them that same entity because he represents the power of God. And I'm saying, um, and that's if you could identify it. If you can't identify it, and so you still have to. If they come and they say that I come in the name of so and so, you got to get it under that same respect. You know what I mean? Okay. So what I want to say now, no, they will have the same tools that God has. You know what I mean? Because, um, but they can't outsmart God. And I mean, they will always be a servant of God. Okay. So once again, right? Everybody here in this pyramid, okay, no matter what levels and stuff, okay, have to show respect to the person to the very top. You know what I mean? Right up here to the very top with the pyramid. You know what I mean? Um, because we are all the way at the bottom. Everybody that's above us, you have to show respect for. And because I can't see those at the bottom, those at the bottom probably can't see above them and so on. And so let's keep going. And the person all the way on the top, like he has, like if everybody have gifts at the bottom and stuff, like for instance, they could one day they could be a pair of sneakers, the next day they could be a hat. Okay, the person all the way at the top, all the way at the top, could do what they do in plus more. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And what I'm realizing that like on this earth that we live on, and I mean, we live in the presence of angels and archangels, and they in a human form. And I mean, you just can't tell. You know what I mean? And they the ones all the way at the top, they have the ability to transform into like the spiritual realm and so on. You know what I mean? Be entirely invisible. You know what I mean? Like be as tiny as an atom or electron, as tiny as an electron. You know what I mean? Like for my daughter Jasmine, she loved the movie Ant-Man. Picture that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time now, um, changing changing entities. And I mean like big as Ant-Man is, come tiny, 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 and at the same time change into an atom. You know what I'm saying? You know, the tiniest atom and stuff. You know what I mean? You know. So yeah, but I'm human. I just don't know nothing entirely. I just know from experience and stuff. Or so I'm just talking based off of experiences, and there's nothing new to get. So you know what I mean? Um, I really did think I upset someone who has that ability to cross over and so on, and they didn't know who I was. You know what I mean? That's why people come and ask me questions about if I'm from New York, like all these white guys and stuff and so on, and I would tell them like, yeah, I used to teach and stuff, blah 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 blah. They didn't know who I was, and at the end of the day, it's too late. Like whatever damages accumulate and stuff in this program, it has to be absorbed by everybody, and that's the danger of it and so on. You know what I mean? And but the thing about like they don't it doesn't take them a day to figure out their mistakes. You know what I mean? So at some point, it had to be multiple people involved, and one didn't know of the other and so on. So kind of reinventing the wheel. That's why I went public. I went making videos of it and stuff, man. People say stop making videos. Tell me, well, they obviously don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Asking me if I was driving my car, if I make loud music and stuff. I'm like, no, that wasn't me. And of course, you're gonna be self righteous, but I knew intentionally when white boys and stuff would come and check me. I'm like, yo, don't blast your music on the street, man. You know what I mean? You know, and even though my neighbors gave me permission for that, so when that guy said that to me about like, hey, you look like like you're flashy, you like loud music, and you're making the people uncomfortable. Nah, that wasn't me, cause my neighbors, Mitzi, which is Bushy's wife, gave me permission. And I mean, and I, I would honor that permission, and I would still not even blast my music on my property. I would go to the fire station and tweak my music, and that's when my music my radio used to get damaged and stuff, man. I mean, they too smart to be making mistakes like this. You know what I mean? They're too clever to be making mistakes like this. So like, it gotta be something like, you know what? I just want you to mess up so I can put my hands on you, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'm a video on Facebook. I'm so glad, man. I didn't break nobody car windows and stuff. You know what I mean? You know, I said like, okay, well, the person with the one eye. That's why I was getting cars with one headlight. You know what I mean? It was kind of, oh man, they know how to communicate, boy. Wow. They don't know how to communicate, but at the same time, they know how to communicate. That's crazy. Well, they found the right guy, man. They found the right guy.